Hey guys, it's Khalid from Fat Guy Skinny Wallet, and I'm here to give you a update. I almost use the word brief, but you know when I drive, sometimes it can go more than 5 minutes. So, anyway, want to give you an update on how I'm doing with my health. I mean, you know, I did the weigh-in, I think the first day of the month, something like that, and I only lost 1 pound between, in the month of January. But you also know that the scale isn't the most important thing for me. But I will say this. Here's what I use the scale for. If I am doing everything that I know that I need to do in order to be healthy, and I know that the current weight that I'm at is not healthy, which is not, then I expect the weight, as I live a healthy lifestyle and eat less calories than I burn, I expect the weight to drop. And if it doesn't, then that points to a bigger problem. So that's how I use the scale. If over a couple of weeks I don't see a change in the scale, in my weight, then I have to look and say either I'm doing something wrong or physiologically there's something wrong with me. First idea is thinking a thyroid problem or something. So anyway, I haven't really been losing weight. And the fact that I lost 7 pounds in 2.5 months of very good eating, not just eating under my calories that I set for myself, but also eating foods that are extremely nutrient dense and extremely healthy. So the calories that I'm eating, I'm getting pretty much the best that I can get out of those calories. But, and many of you who have made videos complaining about the same problem, one of the first things I will always say is it could be that you're eating too few calories. Because many people will go into a 2,000 calorie deficit per day, and then they see great weight loss, and then after a little while they don't lose weight anymore. And it could be that they've really short-circuited their immune system, or it could be that they're not taking in enough fats, and there's different hormonal imbalances going on, and they're not burning the calories as efficiently as they think that they are. So anyway, I've used an online calculators, and I have an app on my phone called Lose It, and it's telling me how much I should eat, how many calories I should eat. I've never liked it because it doesn't give you all the information behind the numbers. It just gives you a number based on a few things you put in. So anyway, I put it in, and it had me eating between 18 and 1,900 calories, around close to 1,900, actually a little over. And as I lose weight, it says that you need less calories to maintain, your current weight, and so you need less calories in order to lose weight. So after doing that for a couple of months, now I realized, hey, I'm not losing weight, and I'm in probably 1,000 calorie or more deficit daily, and I'm not losing any weight from it. So what's going on? And just really trying to find what's going on. Well, I think, and I talked to a couple people. I talked to Brandon Campbell from Campbell Fitness TV. I've talked to Herb Sherman. Sometimes used to sign off as Fat Man. Talked to him, and I even looked at a couple of videos from Jason Blaha, Ice Cream Fitness, and they all seem to be saying the same basic thing, that my caloric deficit, and this is what I've been telling people, but for some reason it just hasn't been clicking with me because I really haven't incorporated all my workouts in like I should. And so since I'm starting to do pretty intense workouts again, after I think my shoulder is much, much better, including weightlifting, I need more calories. So I'm in more than 1,000 calorie deficit daily. And so basically what I'm doing is trying to shift and bring my calorie deficit down so it's only 500 calories. So I've gone from eating between 1,600 to 1,800 calories per day to aiming for 2,300. Now, I don't want to just every day pound my body with 2,300 calories after eating 1,600 to 1,800 daily. I want to do it over a couple of weeks, but my goal is to have 2,300 calories per day, which will put me in about 550, even up to 2,400 calories, because I'm being told my maintenance is closer to 2,900 calories now because of my workout plan. So I'm upping the calories, I hurt my back last week and haven't been able to do cardio. I still did the strength training, but I haven't been able to do cardio in about a week. And I've actually lost 3 pounds since then. I gained a couple, which from the beginning of February to last week. You know, it was going back and forth in the same like 5-pound range, which was really annoying because it's showing that, you know, I'm not losing the weight or anything. And so when the weight fluctuates in that small amount, I'm pretty much calling that maintenance. If you're going to a few weeks, it doesn't seem, you know, and the reason why, because if I gain 2 or 3 pounds, it could be that I just didn't evacuate all my waste. You know, one day I weigh myself and the next day I did, and then I weigh myself and there goes, you know, a pound or 2, and that happens twice, and there you go, there's your 3 pounds. So anyway, I just doing this kind of experiment to see where my body, how many calories I need to eat to have my body lose weight. What I'm focusing on with my calories, and this is what I've been focusing on for the last like 4 or 5 months, is getting in enough protein, especially because I'm doing strength training. I actually would probably need more protein, relative amounts of protein, than I would if I was not trying to lose weight and doing strength training. Also, watching out for my fat intake, making sure that I eat enough fat so that I don't mess with my hormone production. And that really isn't a problem because I've never been one to be scared of fat, because I know fat is healthy. Your body needs fat. Your brain needs fat. So I don't see fat as a problem. Fat is healthy and fat's good for you. So make sure I get enough protein, get enough fats, and also making sure I get enough fiber. So those are only 3 things that I'm looking at that I'm worried about. I'm hitting those numbers and then filling in the rest, a lot of the rest with carbs, and even maybe go a little bit over with protein sometimes, or even fats. You know, it's not a big deal because as long as I'm in a caloric deficit, having too much protein, you know, it's not really a problem. If I'm aiming for 170 grams and I have 190, I'm not stressing that because overall I'm in a caloric deficit, so my body is not taking that extra protein and storing it as fat, as I've, you know, see some people talking about on here, as if you need to have a certain amount of a particular macronutrient, and anything more than that, your body is going to reject, and your body is going to go into some type of you know, mass hysteria in a sense, where all your organs shut down and the only thing your body can do is store and produce fat and all this nonsense that you hear from people. So that's not the case. So I'm not really worried about that. I'm just worried about taking in more calories than my body needs. So anyway, that's really my update. Haven't been losing much weight. I've been in a huge caloric deficit, especially with my workouts, and starting to increase my calories, and I'm already seeing a difference. I've lost 3 pounds in the last 6 days, I guess, 5 days, something like that. So that has me feeling pretty good with doing no cardio, only my strength training. So yeah, that feels great. And I told you guys it would be a little bit more than 5 minutes, but you know, I just wanted to make sure I was explaining myself properly so people wouldn't think that I'm just trying to up my calories and have an excuse to eat more. Because if you see what I'm eating, and if you know how I eat and how often I eat, I'm still doing intermittent fasting, so I'm for the most part only eating between 12 and 8. And you know, if you see where I was, then you see how disciplined I've been with my eating, and know that I'm not just trying to use this as an excuse, but on a few days it's been hard for me to bump my calories up to a higher number, and so I have to make sure I'm more careful in how I plan my meals and make sure that I include, you know, enough fats in my diet and enough carbs, not just trying to strategically only eat fiber, but actually eating some grains, because we pretty much cut out all our grains. So making sure I'm reintroducing those, because cutting grains isn't necessary to lose weight. Cutting carbs isn't necessary to lose weight. But anyway, I'll talk about all that stuff probably in another video. But for now, just know that things are going well, and I'm hoping that the last week of February is better than the first 3 weeks were as far as the weight loss is concerned, because that will let me know that I am on the right track. But again, as long as I know I've been extremely disciplined this month with eating and working out, I'm satisfied with whatever the scale says, because I'm satisfied with the work that I've put in and the discipline that I've shown. And that's really all I can control. And now I can just play with the numbers, play with the levels a little. Look, I'm happy that I have enough discipline at this stage to be able to play with numbers and to be able to say, I need to eat more. I need to eat 600 or 700 more calories per day. I mean, I've never been at a point in my life where I can give myself a license to eat more without taking advantage of it and really sabotaging what I'm doing. So I'm just thrilled about that. My wife is lifting weights with me consistently, so that just makes it that much more fun and exciting to be able to lift weights. And yeah, I can see I'm home now, just backing in. And yeah, I think that's about it. I have a lot of things going on over the next few months. The Renew show aired last night, and for the first time, and I'll put a link to the video here, and it was awesome. We had a great time. There was so much interaction with everybody watching. That's really what made the show. We had so much fun reading the comments, reading the questions, trying to answer, and talking about our own journey. So make sure that you subscribe to the Renew channel. Make sure that you check out the website, because it's going to tell you who the future guests are going to be for the next 5, I think, shows. And you can also find all of our social media there, and you'll be able to not only see the guests, but link to their channel, check them out, and you can send us questions, so we'll be able to ask your questions on the air to the guests, or even ask them beforehand so they're prepared to incorporate it in what they talk about on their own. So guys, thank you so much for your support. It really meant a lot, and I was on with Julie and Rob way after the show ended, and we were blown away by all the love and support that you guys showed, and we were blown away by how much you guys interacted with each other, and how much you interacted with us. So we loved it, and we thank you for it. Thank you for the support and supporting my vision, supporting our vision, and that's it. Until the next time. Actually, the next time is going to be really soon, because I have a few videos to make. Thanks to all the questions we got on the show, I have a few videos that I obligated myself to make. So, see you guys really soon.